lot of us have unhealthy habits and we don't realize, and we just deem that they're healthy. Like, for example, being obsessed with food, being obsessed with exercise, feeling guilty if you miss a session. It's actually not healthy. Hello, and welcome back to the Confessions of My Body podcast with your host, Jessie Gwen Fit. Today we're going to be talking about things that I used to do within my fitness journey that I thought were healthy, but they weren't, because I used to justify certain things that I was doing, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so healthy by doing these things. But they were actually only making my relationship with food worse, making my relationship with my body worse, and overall not healthy at all. So I really want to deep dive into the things I used to do. And if you feel like any of these things is something you're doing, then I hope this episode helps you to kind of realize like, shit, like what I'm doing is not healthy. So I made a list of everything I used to do because, girls, I used to do so much, and it's crazy. It is crazy what I used to do, and I thought I was just being healthy. And if you're someone who resonates with this and you want to break the cycle of unhealthy habits, feel free to click the link in the show notes where you can access my coaching, so we can book in a free call, so we can have a chat about how I can help you overcome these things, as I've helped a lot of women find that healthy relationship with food and healthy relationship with their body and balance in their lifestyle. So if you're someone that really wants to break free from these, then there's a link in the show notes where you can book a call with me and we can have a bit more of a chat about your goals and how I can help you. We're gonna go into, first thing I used to do was drink black Americanos to suppress my hunger. So I used to actually be really scared of drinking milk because of the calories in the milk. So I would just drink black Americanos because I was like, this is 0 calories. This is great. It's curbing my hunger. I can go hours without feeling hungry. And that's amazing. Like 0 calories, I'm there. Anything that was 0 calories, I'll be like, sign me up, because I was so scared of calories. So I would literally drink black Americano on an empty stomach midday. I was coffee obsessed at some point, and now I cannot handle coffee anymore. I think I've overdid it in my teenage years. This is generally so unhealthy, and I know so many women rely on coffee to curb their hunger, but the only thing you're doing is you're masking your hunger levels because of the caffeine and the cortisol levels that are going high up. You are then masking your hunger levels by drinking coffee, and we all know that when we drink coffee, like, our appetite gets suppressed a little bit. So this is just unhealthy, because when you drink coffee, and when you drink a lot of coffee as a woman, your cortisol levels rise up. This is like one of the things that I thought I used to do that was healthy, like thinking that I'm drinking coffee and not having breakfast, then that's amazing. I'm saving calories, and also I'm not hungry until lunch, so it's amazing. But I was actually continuously just spiking up my cortisol and disrupting my hormones. Going for a run as soon as I ate something unhealthy. I don't know who else is guilty of this, but put your hand up if you are. I would literally, as soon as I ate something, go for a run to burn it off straight away, because I was so scared of that affecting me. And I was so calorie focused that I used to be like, okay, this croissant was 350 calories, so I'm going to go to the gym, go on the treadmill and burn 350 calories because I have done something bad and I'm punishing myself for doing that thing. And I thought I was being healthy because I was like, I'm just burning off the croissant and I can just move on with life and continue eating healthy. But that is generally so unhealthy. Like, literally, you do not need to justify eating food. You do not need to earn food. You can literally just eat food for the reason of eating it and enjoying it without having the need to burn it off. So if you're also someone who tends to try and burn the calories off because they consumed something that they deem as bad, I just want to remind you that you do not need to. Your body doesn't work like that. You don't just eat something and then you go and burn it off straight away. So please, it's okay. Like, your metabolism is also burning calories. It's not the fact that you're just burning calories through exercising. So please let yourself eat the things you enjoy and don't feel like you need to punish yourself because you've eaten something bad. Quote marks. Okay, this one is a bit disgusting and I really want to know if anyone else did this. So I used to put zucchini in my oats because I was scared of eating carbs. So I literally put the smallest portion of oats and grate zucchini and then make my oats as regular. And it was so disgusting, but I genuinely convinced myself it was nice. I do not know how. I don't know how I literally was eating zucchini oats thinking that they taste amazing. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, wow, I'm eating the best thing ever. Like, if you gave me that now that I'm recovered, I'll be like, get that away from me. That's disgusting. So I literally thought I was being healthy by saving carbs, but you need carbs, and I'm pretty sure you need around 130 grams of carbs a day just so that your brain functions, especially as a woman. So only 130 grams a day so that your brain functions. So you need even more if you're training, if you're doing other things. So please don't deprive yourself of carbs. Don't think it's healthy to skip carbs, because carbs are so important, especially as a woman, for our hormones, for everything we do. They are energy. They are not the enemy. I was so scared of carbs that I would literally put like 10 grams of oats and then a whole ass zucchini in my oats and protein powder and think that I'm having like some protein oats that were amazing, but I literally was fooling myself. And I was so hungry to the point that it tasted nice, because at some point when you're very, very hungry and you're not eating enough calories, anything tastes nice. Like literally the things I used to do and the foods I used to eat, the combinations I used to do, I would never touch that today. But I was so hungry that I thought, this tastes amazing. I was also only allowing myself to eat after a workout. So I would literally fast into my workout and then eat after my workout, because I was like, oh, I'm just being healthy because I just need a little bit of food and that's it. But as a woman, eating as little as you can is not healthy. It is not healthy. And I literally thought that for years. I thought that I had to constantly chase eating as little as I can. Like, I think even in movies, we always see scenes of girls eating plain salads, or girls eating as little as possible, being like, oh, like I can only have a slice of pizza. Girl, I eat a whole pizza. I love a pizza. I'll eat the whole thing. I don't, like, a slice does not satisfy me, and that's okay. I love this analogy. If you had a car and the car ran out of fuel, it would start to break down. So you wouldn't let your car break down and run out of fuel. So don't do the same to your body. Food is fuel, and why would you let your body run out of fuel? Okay, I feel like this one's still a big thing in society today. So I used to refuse to let myself eat past 6 p.m. Like 6 p.m. was the cut-off time. It was like a God time sent. I was like, after this time, I am not eating anymore. This is it. This is all my food for the day. That's all I'm eating. And it is genuinely ridiculous that we think that a time is going to dictate how much weight we gain or lose, because your body doesn't have a clock. So if you eat past 6 p.m., you're not going to magically gain weight. At the end of the day, if you're literally having, let's say, a pizza at 6 p.m. or a pizza at 8 p.m., nothing's going to change between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. It's literally the same amount of food going into your body. So you do not need to have a cut-off time. Like, I used to be so scared of cutting that time off. Like, if it went 6:05, I was like, that's it. My eating window is closed. I am not allowed to touch food anymore. And then guess what? As soon as I would touch food, it would go into a massive binge. From Europe, you'll know that a lot of families eat late, and I grew up in Romania, so our dinner time was usually 8 p.m. I never really had dinner at 6 p.m. So when I started having an eating disorder and I started realizing like, shit, like I need to cut off my eating time, it was so hard because I was so used to eating until 8 p.m. because that was my usual dinner time. And then whenever I had a day where I would eat past 6 p.m. or something would happen, or I was out with my friends and I would have a meal after 6 p.m., it was almost like I've ruined everything. Like, everything's out the window. This is done. I cannot, I have to literally starve myself tomorrow because I ate past 6 p.m. But nothing changes if you eat at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or whatever. Like, you do not have a body clock. Your body doesn't know, right, this is it. Like, if she eats after this time, she's going to be gaining weight. That is not a thing. So please, please don't be scared to eat after a certain time. Okay, another thing that I used to do was avoiding social events. And I thought I was being so healthy by avoiding these social events. I'm being so healthy because I'm not tempted by food. I'm not going there to eat. And this is amazing and da. But genuinely, avoiding social events was because I was scared of eating. And I didn't know that. Like, in my subconscious, I was literally making myself believe that I'm not eating pizza because I want to be really healthy. I was actually not eating pizza because I would start crying and worry about what I've just eaten. In life, you literally have so many memories to make. So please don't avoid social events because you're scared of food. I lost so many of my memories as a teenager because I was too worried about going to certain social events, like going to my prom. Like, I was so stressed about calories and worrying about it running past 6 p.m. and past my bedtime, because I was like, I have to go to the gym tomorrow. I have to burn calories. I have to do this. I can't go out and I can't eat. Yeah, that was something that I used to believe that I was just being healthy, but in reality, I wasn't. I was literally just feeding into my disordered eating. So we all know that kind of gym bro split, no rest days, train as hard as you can, da. I would do that too. I literally thought I was being, again, healthy because I was taking no rest days. I was always at the gym, always having active recovery. Like, for example, my recovery days look like running 5 kilometers, doing 10,000 steps, stretching, doing this, doing that. And I'm like, that is not a recovery day, Jess. But I thought, oh my God, I'm being so healthy because I'm having an active recovery day. But I am beating myself in the gym for 6 days a week. That is not healthy. Your body has a limit and you need to listen to your body's limits, because when you train yourself too much, it's also stress on your body. And people just say, oh, just train as much as you can, da da da. But training more is so unbeneficial for your body and it will just lead you to burnout. And thinking that training more is healthy it's not. Another thing I used to do was weigh myself every single day, like every single hour, every single day, literally after every single meal I would eat. And I genuinely believe that I'm just on my fitness journey and this is what it should be like weighing myself every single day after every single meal. Every time I had the chance, weighing myself. Weighing yourself every single day and letting your mood be dictated by what you see on the scales, it's obsession. It's not a healthy habit. I used to believe it was a healthy habit, but it wasn't. I was literally crying if I gained weight and I was so happy if I lost weight. And your body weight is going to change a lot throughout the day. Like, trust me, like, do it as an exercise if you want. Your body's going to change a lot from the morning to the evening because you're eating. And that is normal. And I would be like, oh my God, why am I weighing so much more in the evening than in the morning? You've eaten food, you've drank water. Your body is going to weigh differently. And that's okay. Don't be scared. But I used to think, oh my God, I'm being so healthy. Like, being obsessed with the scales is healthy, but it's not healthy. And if you're someone that weighs themselves consistently and you let that number dictate and mess up with your head, please just throw the scales away, because you do not need that stress in your life. You do not need to see the scales. You do not need to count your worth on the scales, because your scales are not going to tell you what you're worthy or what you're not worthy. So please stop looking for your worthiness in the scales, because you are so much more than what you weigh, and your fitness journey is so much more than a number on the scales as well. Another healthy habit I used to have was that I used to chew food and then spit it out, because I was so scared of the calories. So I thought, okay, if I chew it, like I'm craving chocolate, if I chew it and then I spit it out, then that means I am also tasting a bit of the chocolate, but also spitting it out, so I don't have to deal with eating calories and I don't have to deal with weight gain. I don't have to deal with the stress of that. But it's so unhealthy. Like, when I look back on it now, I'm like, that was so disordered. Like, you actually made yourself believe that this is healthy when it isn't. Like, you can't just eat food and spit it out in the bin. Like, that is genuinely crazy, because you're scared of chewing it and digesting it. But that's what's meant to happen with food. That's why food is there. You're meant to chew it, enjoy it, and then let your body digest it, and it's okay. Food stopped being food for me. It was now something that was either good or bad, and also it was a way of measuring my own self-worth for the day. If I ate something good, and if I ate good for the day in quote marks, I would be like, okay, Jess, well done. And if I ate something bad, I'll be like, oh my God, you were so bad today. Like, you don't deserve to eat tomorrow. You should punish yourself. You should go and train. You should go and do cardio. You should just do abs in your room and cry for eating that chocolate bar. I hear it so much as well. Like, people talking to me and be like, oh, I've been so good today because I've eaten 1,200 calories. Oh my God, I've been so bad today because I've eaten 2,000 calories, or I haven't tracked my calories. That is okay. And also 1,200 calories is not healthy. You do not need to measure food as good or bad, or let food dictate your self-worth for the day or how well or bad you did, because food is just food. Food is fuel, and eating as little as possible is not a reward. I used to believe that if I eat as little as possible is a reward and I'm doing something good, but it isn't. You need to fuel your body, and you need food in your life. And if you want to grow glutes, you want to be strong, you want to be healthy, you need to eat. You cannot have a healthy body if you're eating 1,000 calories a day. Like, 1,000 calories is what a toddler needs, not you. Tracking calories religiously. I remember getting a message from MyFitnessPal saying that I'm now on a 365-day streak. Well done, Jess. You've tracked your calories religiously. But I used to believe I'm being so healthy, but the actual disordered eating side of things of it was me being always in control, always stressed about calories, always worrying about how many calories was in each meal. It wasn't me actually having a healthy relationship with food. It was the fact that I was so scared of going a day without tracking calories that I would track every single day, and I would mask that as a healthy habit, but it wasn't healthy. Another thing I used to do was body check in every mirror I walked by. Like, I used to think that this is so healthy, like I'm just checking to see if my abs are still there or if my stomach is flat, but your body's going to change a lot further. Also, having a flat stomach as a woman is not completely healthy, but we'll get that into another episode. But body checking and stressing about your body and only thinking about your body all day, it's not healthy. You shouldn't feel stressed about what your body looks like. Your body is going to change throughout the day, and it's okay. You can still wear the things you want to wear. Every single person's body will change a lot throughout the day. So these were just some of the habits I used to do from the top of my head that I used to believe were healthy, but were actually so unhealthy. And I really hope that if you're someone that does any of these habits and you've listened to today's episode, you've been like, oh shit, like that made sense. Like this is not actually healthy what I'm doing, because I know that when you're in that mindset, it's hard to see these as unhealthy habits and you're just seeing it as healthy because you're just justifying it as something that you're doing that is healthy. But it isn't, and I really hope that what I've said so far is making you think, oh shit, like what I'm doing is not good, it's not healthy. The way you can spot whether a habit is healthy or not is ask yourself, am I doing this out of place of love or am I doing it out of place of fear? And most of the times when you check your calories every day, when you check your body, when you're stressing about food, when you're skipping meals, when you're running on an empty stomach, when you're having coffee because you're hungry, you're not doing that because you love yourself. You're doing that because you're scared. It's so easy to get stuck in a toxic diet culture and make yourself believe that these things are healthy because they're portrayed on our social media all the time. But reaching your health and fitness goals shouldn't feel like there's something unhealthy, shouldn't feel like you're stressed out about calories, shouldn't feel like you're missing out on life, shouldn't feel obsessed with how much you weigh and how much smaller your waist is. Like, you can measure your progress by how strong you are, by how healthy you feel, by the fact that you have energy to run and you don't feel like a zombie all day. Like, this is not what a fitness journey should feel like. A fitness journey should make you feel energetic, happy, excited, strong, you know, not deprived, not moody, not groggy, not having mental fog. And I think a lot of times we don't see these things. We just see the toxic diet culture habits and we think that we need to integrate that in our lives. My biggest advice for you, if you're stuck on this cycle and you're thinking of ways you can kind of overcome it, is to start writing down all your unhealthy habits and all the habits you've been doing, and then kind of look over them and be like, okay, this is healthy, this is not healthy. Like, I'm doing this because I'm scared, I'm not doing this because I love myself. Write down all your habits and then try and tackle each habit one day. So for example, if you always have breakfast on an empty stomach, try and add some food next to it. And you might feel scared at first, like it's completely normal. But if you are consistent and if you keep challenging that thought, you will get there and you will get into a really healthy relationship again with your food and body. It takes time, but you have to keep breaking those unhealthy habits to get to that point. Another thing you do, apart from writing down your habits and trying to overcome them and making new habits that are actually healthy instead, is to either hire a coach, link in the show notes, or find an accountability partner. I cannot recommend how much this will help you, because I was in the same position and I would always say, like, I want to recover, I want to feel great, I want to feel amazing. And then the next thing I'll do was continue to feed into those disordered habits. So when you have someone there to keep you accountable, you're more likely to actually stick with what you're doing and actually push through and have a successful fitness journey and be able to achieve the things you want to achieve. It's hard to break free from it, but once you kind of put that step forward and you keep going step by step and you keep going forward, you will come out of this toxic diet culture, like I promise you. And I thought the same, and I never thought I would be out, but here I am literally helping women do the same thing. And I don't think about calories. I don't worry about how much I ate. I don't worry about how much calories I've burnt. So you deserve a life like that too. And you deserve to see your body as more than just a number, because it is. Your body does so many things, amazing things for you. So I hope this episode helped you. I hope you found this insightful, and I hope you found some things that you're like, shit, like I do that too and I need to stop doing that. So if you really enjoyed this episode, please leave me a review below. Support your girl. And like I said, you can find me on Instagram. My links are all in the show notes, and you can also book in a call with me if you want to talk more about your goals, if you want to figure out a plan to overcome toxic diet culture and actually get results and create a balanced lifestyle you love. Then please click the link below and we can have a chat. See you guys in the next episode, and I hope you enjoyed this.